Hello everyone, welcome to Crypto Bubble, the go-to place for everything related to cryptocurrencies and blockchain. I'm Roger, your guide in the fascinating universe of decentralized finance. In this video, we'll dive together into the latest trends in the crypto market. In-depth analyses, expert advice, and hot news are waiting for you. Don't miss out on this exciting exploration into the ever-evolving world of decentralized finance. Don't forget to subscribe to Crypto Bubble to stay updated with the latest crypto news and market analyses. Hit the bell icon so you won't miss a thing. The big difference that will have a huge impact on your wallets is that you will end up on lines that will make streaks for. You will tell me, this is already a very good performance, while at the same time, there are projects that will do times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times 40. So of course, the objective is to avoid these projects there, and it allows to illustrate that, these words there. Number 3 in relation to this category. And I find it a little sad because in addition, it is a French project where I tend rather to try to defend French projects. But unfortunately, when the project is a bit in quotes, a zombie project, I prefer to mention it. It's Teso. Teso is a rather old project, and unfortunately they are on a big and ultra competitive sector, the blockchain's layer 1 of the blockchain layer 1. It has been out for almost 10 years, and roughly speaking there are several dozen now, if it is not hundreds of layer 1 projects, and especially unfortunately the majority of these layer 1 projects. Welcome to a world of exceptional opportunities. Click now on the link for our free ebook to discover projects that could multiply your success. Sign up to receive this exclusive ebook that could change your life. But wait, an even incredible opportunity awaits you on our free Telegram group. Join us now for crypto updates and privileged insights. Explore our exclusive partner offers with exceptional discounts. Don't wait, the opportunity is now. Crypto Bubble, the future is calling. Click now, reshape your future. The links in the description await you. Either they are proof-of-stake projects that are worth almost all of them. There is not much difference. The difference is that there is one who will say who makes 50 transactions per second, the other who makes 200, the other who makes 300. And you know, in recent years, there has been a strong comeback of big projects, or one in proof of war with crazy mixes and things like that. We know it, don't break them. That's what's going to be the theme for me of this bull run. And so go invest on old projects in proof-of-stake layer 1. Honestly, for me it's a waste of time, and I'm going to show you some ratios that confirm that Teso in particular, for me, it's not a project that has a great future. I'm not saying it can't be a performance. We see the project. It started next door in 2018. It was created in 2017, so it still seems to me a very old project. He knew the bull market, the previous one, but look, he was worth roughly $1 during the bear market. Here's 2019, 2020, and imagine, he went up to 7, so he did it for 7 months. What I think is that the next bull run is not even said to be 7 years old. I think he's not even going to do a new tier. We're at 89 hundredths. It is a mine of nothing project which is worth 861 million, which diluted is worth 888. So they practically issued everything. At the vet level, I wanted to give you some comparison elements to if you want to compare projects. The one, if you are a layer 1 project and you want to compete with Ethereum, one of the simplest criteria to compare. You go on Filaments and you basically look at what they have in real time, so a little assets under management. Well, you see, leaving Rome gives you an order of magnitude. After that it means nothing because it's all the projects under Ethereum, but roughly 32 billion TBL. A competition. Right now, we're talking about it a lot. It's Solana. And here we see that it is very far from the terms, but still 130 billion. When we look at Teso, 59 million, you can see that they are light years away. Basically what Ethereum does in billions, and they do it in millions. Honestly, there is no competition. There is absolutely no competition. Then, when we look at the graph, we could say that maybe this is what saves a little, but for me, the fact that he trusted, if already at the previous bull run, and that there are all the projects in proof of work, that is to say that ranged from the proof of war, which in addition to the very large volumes of transactions, honestly, it is a project unfortunately that has been completely nerdied by the competition. And you know, in this theme, in layer 1, there will always be Ethereum. But for me the layer 1s that will work well are the layer 1s in proof of work, and which in addition make a lot of transactions. And so what you see is that the only thing that can save a little is like a lot of projects. It fell apart. It rounded up for a little while. We almost have a 50 moving average, 100 moving average crossover. But honestly, this is typically the project in which you will waste your time, and that's why I rank it number 3. And I'm telling you, it's quite sad because it's still a French project. A French project. They are settled in Switzerland anyway, but it remains a French project. There aren't many of them, but at some point I can't be here. I'm forced to really tell you what I think about this project there, and I think it's a more Origin zombie project. In any case, this is not a project that will perform well, I am convinced. Number 2, and it allows us to talk about a whole theme. All the craze that took place in the previous bull run is gaming, metal, and especially completely fucked up games. Completely no games. Then, what was completely innovative, and even I was blown away at the time because I invested in Infinity, is that it was super interesting. This side I buy an FC, I evolve them. There are marketplaces, I can sell them, and in fact we all forgot, I think, if we question ourselves a little, and I question myself every day, it's because we completely forgot with this technique. In addition, there were completely crazy stacking rates. That is to say that at a given moment, imagine on an infinitive you had 100 or 120% stacking. Of course, this is to hold you back and to make you forget that if we look at the game in detail, well, the game is completely bogus. It means that we will say a game for baby, it looks like Pinky Winky or I don't know what. Really games. The game is completely fucked up, I think, on a personal note, and we forgot about it with the marketplace. And above all, what's scary is that they don't even mark the number of players anymore. I think he marks it more. But at some point, for almost 2 years, because I had tokens that were 100% attacking, so I kept them for a bit, and at some point, I cut my arm because I'd rather cut my arm than stay on this kind of project. The number of active players, it was completely stable. It completely exploded at the beginning because, of course, it was bluffing anyway. This mechanism with an FC, we make them bigger, we try to improve them, we play with them, we make battles, and in addition there is a marketplace, we can resell them. But it's typically this big wave of games with games, it must be said, completely null. And you know that, especially in recent years, especially with games, you know that I really like Illusionize, and it is on this kind of project that I am going to invest. But they are not the only ones, because there are plenty of them who will arrive in the next bull run where we really do real gaming. That means that the blockchain side doesn't have to bring any interesting games in the previous bull run. That's my conviction. Under the pretext that we are in the world of crypto and others, we made games a little nanner, a little phony, and roughly speaking, a game for me that has absolutely no future. That's just my belief. It's a minefield project. It exploded because it was bluffing the mechanism, and especially it was the beginning of the game. There was very little token there. The game, it was created in 2020, it was worth 1,500 euros, it went up to 125. So we agree. The thing is, he did a completely crazy thing. In fact, he did 3,000 almost. It sounds completely crazy, but he did it, and then he kept going down. And I just think, I'm not saying that maybe it won't go up a little, and at some point the team will make sure to pump it up and create some kind of artificial FOMO on this token. But there is still 50% left. There are still 50% of the issued tokens, 900 million. It is worth diluting almost 2 billion. Imagine then that this is really a boring game. For me it is a game that has no interest. I'm talking here, it's the gamer who's talking, and unfortunately at the time, like everyone else, we were seeing the performances and we thought that it could bring this thing there. He is worth 2 billion at one given moment. We have to stop the nonsense. There are things that are worth 50 million today, and welcome to a world of exceptional opportunities. Click now on the link for our free ebook to discover projects that could multiply your success. Sign up to receive this exclusive ebook that could change your life. But wait, an even incredible opportunity awaits you on our free Telegram group. Join us now for crypto updates and privileged insights. Explore our exclusive partner offers with exceptional discounts. Don't wait, the opportunity is now. Crypto bubble, the future is calling. Click now, reshape your future. The links in the description await you in the blockchain gaming world, which are maybe 10 times better than with 6 Infinity. And number 1 to finish. And yet, it was a project that I liked at the time. This is a project on which I invested more in the previous bull run, because you may or may not know it, but I really like them. I am enormously attracted to Asia in general, so I tend to look a lot at what is happening in Asia, whether in China, Japan, Vietnam, in different countries. And this project there, imagine. It was released in 2014. I even believe that it was released practically at the same time, in any case practically in the same waters that were Roma, and it was a project in fact, at the time, which was completely bluffing. It is a layer blockchain, a competitor to Ethereum. We've been calling it Chinese Ethereum for years, that's why it was really marketing. And even I let myself. What's interesting is that it was a blockchain, the heroine, but more than a heroine. They were in the interoperability with native Oracle, which I also liked because I'm in it, and there they were using the difference of Ethereum, and I thought it was interesting. Ethereum created a Solidity language, so at first there was no expert at all. There were 3 of them who mastered Solidity. Gavin Wood, who invented the language, and 3 around him. They relied on classic languages such as C, Java type, Python type, and so I thought it was interesting because obviously, the nerve of war in these projects is to have batteries of developers. There are a lot of developers in the world, in C, Python and all that. So they were in that, they were in decentralized storage. Imagine, a bit like Falcon. They were in Oracle, in interoperability, in name service. Well, there it is a bit like Ethereum, same service. So here's a huge asset, the Chinese Ethereum. We have been sold a lot like this, and you will see, unfortunately. This is a classic too. It allows you to show it when you look at very old projects. They date from 2014, but it began to be listed on now. So 2016 here 05 is going to 125, so there it was still a little to 100 times anyway. And look, it's higher at 125. Then, in the bull run after, he stopped at 100. I'm thinking that maybe he's going to stop at 50 the thing. And so roughly speaking, to tell you quite simply, it is a token. I had to pay 25 for it. It was at the end of December, one thing like that. I had to pay it 25 in these waters there. I think it was in November, December. And imagine, while projects were doing crazy things, sometimes for 5 years, sometimes without me. With this project there, I think I've done 3 times. And the worst part is that I didn't sell. Of course, I didn't manage to sell the leak, so I sold it later at a discount. Honestly, I think I made more than 30%, so a vulgar plus 30% on this kind of token. I think that's a lot of people are going to invest and are going to be on the exact same stuff. It is a project that is worth 700 million, 70% and half 1 billion, and the same, exactly as we have seen, it is proof of stake. This is a really outdated project for me. What we also watch is the TV at 30 million, even less than that TESO. And then the only thing for me that can be positive there in the short term is look at moving average 50, moving average 100. It's running into bullish right now, quite simply. I think it's a waste of time, this token there. Maybe there, in the short term, he will contradict me, he will explode to Sorok. But I honestly think that this is a project. Maybe he's going to do X4. He's going to do a vulgar X4 in the next bull run. Some will tell me, but X for months is exceptional. That's what I want. I, on a personal level, am not into cryptos to make X4s. The only token on which I agree to make one X4 is simply Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin has the ultimate resistance. It means a bear market in a kind of market where we get pushed around. It is the token that resists the best. And in addition, I think that Bitcoin will do more than X4 in the previous bull run in the next bull run. I'm sorry. And so for me it's my number 1. Unfortunately, it was a project that had a lot of promises, honestly, a lot of quality. Unfortunately, his time has passed. They didn't catch the wagon, and lo and behold, you see the TV, you see the performances when you see today. I told you, for me in the next bull run, which will completely explode, I have always been really on the front line, but many sometimes fork projects that do scalability, that do high performance. In summary, the text criticizes 3 crypto projects: TESO, an outdated French Layer 1 project, a stagnant blockchain game, and a Chinese Ethereum competitor that failed to deliver. The author advises against investing in these projects, emphasizing the need for caution in the ever-changing world of cryptocurrencies. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and like this video.